Cool.
Fuck it,
All
we'll do it
right.
live.
We are doing it live. I am currently not myself.
I
I
look
see
well.
that, yeah.
I'm.
Oh,
Oops.
oops. Bad DM.
Nice.
All right, send me your character sheet and I'll do it.
That live swap. Oh, that was priceless to watch on stream. That was so great. I love it.
Why did I get signed up of Twitch and I have to verify?
What do you mean? I'm hearing you fine.
It means for.
Oh, it's because it got. Yeah, I was cleaning my computer out and
Perhaps it is
unplugged all my
because your mic
USBs.
is cringe.
My what?
Your mic is cringe.
We have the same mic.
All three of us have the same mic.
Yeah.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo. I'm using.
Oh, yeah, yours is actually technically the cheaper one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
No, I'm
Hi,
literally
Kirby.
using the one built into the laptop.
Cringe.
Cringe.
Does it sound okay?
I mean, it sounds fine.
Sounds fine.
Surprisingly, where's that video of Vsauce Michael saying cringe? There it is.
No, it happened because I was dusting out my PC today, and I plugged all my USBs.
I nuked Brave.
So.
I hit 40% memory though.
Oh my god.
What is Ethan, do you happen to know the context of the video, why he's saying cringe?
I've probably watched it, but no, I don't know the context. I think I've watched most, if not all, of his videos.
Is there real context?
I haven't watched all of
It's just a 1 second video of Vsauce Michael saying cringe. And I want to know the context.
Does Vsauce need context?
No, because one of the best videos out there is just
Where
Vsauce.
are your hands? Without context, that just sounds fucking weird.
There's the one of him looking up into a security camera, and the caption is just, "Hey, Vsauce, Michael here, and you can't keep me here forever."
So, I nuked Brave, right?
Right.
I closed 2,238 tabs according to my history.
Okay.
What?
I think
That's
something went.
Did you
No.
hold down Control T for a while?
Brave, isn't it?
Maybe the cat.
Oh,
okay. I've been at work, dude. So like.
Your computer has been on, by the way. I have noticed that. So maybe the cat actually was just opening tabs somehow on your computer.
Damn cats, man.
Because I did notice that despite you being at work, you were online on Discord the entire time at PC, so...
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe the cat actually at some point turned your PC on and was just going off. Like, damn.
I mean, they've done shit like that in the past.
It's just found out how to use Control T. That's it.
All it knows is Control T.
God.
Just open your tab. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm slowly watching Brave count down from like 50, and it's at 32, 31, 30.
Okay.
That
so
hurt for some reason.
As I'm sure is being noticed, we are technically missing a player right now. He's a little later than we expected, but he'll be here eventually, hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah. So, recap as much as I can remember, because it has been a few weeks.
Very long time.
It's been a minute, that's for sure.
I've done a bit of character building, but I haven't actually written any backstory. Well, backstory.
Way more fun.
Written down because
way more fun.
Red Foo is Meant to die.
Red Foo is Red Foo.
Yeah.
It's the only characters that we have here right now are all 3 rogues.
Oh yeah.
Yep. This is
The Three
Rogue.
Musketeers.
Speaking of oh yeah. So
no. Where's the story going?
the new
We don't have much time.
No.
the new Bama
it's-
linebacker is going by Kool-Aid.
Oh my
Man.
god.
So
That's
he's
amazing.
he's like, dude,
all right.
this guy is like a freshman. And he's like 6'6" and like 200 something pounds. He's like absolute unit, and so it's gonna be funny just to like see him break through lines and just like any like offensive line and just picture him screaming, "Oh yes!" He just charges the quarterback.
No, you need to get the whole stands to shout something like that, like they do in the Preds games. Whenever Soros
Yeah.
blocks a shot, everybody
That'd be cool,
everybody just says "juice" together.
What?
It's
We might
great.
get that.
Yeah.
His name's Yusi.
Yeah.
His nickname is Juice.
Yeah.
So everybody will just like chant "juice" whenever he blocks a shot, and it's great.
That is great. Anyway,
Being-
So,
being
anyways,
in a
yeah, we
game
need
is the best
we
thing
should
ever.
focus because
Yeah.
we do not have a
Yes.
lot of time. This
I
is
was
going to
thinking
be
our
fun.
strong suit.
a shorter stream compared to our normal, as we are starting a little bit later. But we'll still try to get as much done as we can. So, quick synopsis for any who do not remember. This campaign is based off one shot number 3 that we ran a little over a month ago at this point. You can see the character names.
schedules are fun.
Yeah, scheduling is super fun. You can see the names to your right. We have Chorus, Jada, Redfu, and Ogden. 3 of which are rogues. So there's that.
Red Foo, I believe, plans to change.
Redfu will more than likely end up
As
changing.
in
That has already been
deceased.
established, but
I mean, Rip is gonna die. So like,
we'll see what happens.
when I rolled this
Um,
character, it got like a 60 something.
And I forced him to
Oh
use
yeah,
it.
his
because
stats
no
are
mercy.
Stats
trash.
are horrid. Like
I
got
don't
in the
think you can
60s
be
all 3
upset
times.
after
No.
playing Mushi.
I can't
who
be
had a
upset. No, but
100
it's just
100, exactly 100, which is 8 shy of perfect.
I
go
really should have
18
just
for
denied
Dex.
anything else other than Redfu at this point.
18 for Dex, and then 13, 12,
Um,
10, 7. 7.
7.
So-
7
Let's
is wisdom
go.
and intelligence. So
I
um,
remember I
He's not the
remember Red
smartest.
Foo is just really, really dumb.
yep.
Yeah,
So,
he has a -2 for intelligence. and
he's our
wisdom,
trap
so-
detector, except he does so with his body.
Yeah, exactly. And he doesn't have
great.
nearly the con to be able to take it that long.
He has 13 cons. It's not like
um,
he's pretty bad. Yeah.
Mine is better.
Which
oh god.
one of my personality traits that I rolled off of the table was
Oh my god, that one.
are what scares me. Idiots who trigger traps
Yeah.
are what scares me. So, you know. It's great.
What's the
Let's
what's the other one
see.
you have? It's not
When given
Yeah.
given a chance between going right or left, I always go left.
that's an
Because left is
actual
always right. There's an actual like in the book
in the fucking book.
character flaw for what's the background that I picked? Um,
Historian, archaeologist, something like that.
archaeologist, yeah.
You'll learn about my character organically, rather than
Yeah.
being told.
I mean, this is just recapping what was briefly
Mhm.
mentioned in
Yeah.
the one shot. But yeah, that also works. So, in that brief one shot, our adventurers here found themselves entering an unknown dungeon that had recently been uncovered in a country called the Republic of Curunir. A highly magical country that is, well known for its magic, obviously, but also well known for having various artifacts of great power. And there was rumors that there might be one of said artifacts in this ruins, which brought together this unlikely group of idiots. Sorry, single idiot. The rest are actually
Single idiot,
relatively
okay.
intelligent.
I'm at 16, so
Yeah.
I think Brandon's is actually a little bit higher since he's an arcane trickster.
I'd imagine.
17.
just barely, but higher is
Now do that
higher.
one
Still counts.
And Odin's
Jada is absolutely someone who would one-up you like that.
Yeah, probably.
Just little petty things that just prove she's better.
Don't worry, I'll be able to one-up you pretty soon anyway, I think.
Damn, okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
Where are those spells at, though? Oh, wait. Ha.
Oh my god,
Watch
let's not
this.
get into this, guys.
Redford's
Okay, fuck
Redford's
off.
gonna cast a fireball.
Hold the fuck on. We can do this as a party, and that will make it way funnier.
Oh, yeah,
And way more
in-character
organic.
Will be so much greater.
So after going through the dungeon, eventually accepting help from a mysterious, I don't really know what to call it. I was gonna say robot, but that doesn't feel very fitting. So
There's a painting.
was it a painting? You guys
It was
got
a
the
painting.
painting.
It was a
Yeah.
digital
was, yeah.
assistant, okay?
Yeah, we'll say I don't remember exactly what it was because I didn't recap and rewatch like I
We'll
should
call
have.
it series.
But we'll say it's
fine.
sure it was a painting.
It was a painting that could
Yeah.
answer yes or no to any question that we
Yeah.
asked.
Okay. I knew it
remember
could
that.
answer yes or no. I didn't know exactly what it was, but that does sound
Oh,
right.
didn't we take the painting with us?
You tried to, and you were not able to.
I
recall.
think
Damn.
we took it. It
We
just
took it down
wouldn't-
to like the
Yeah.
what's his face's
Uh,
chambers.
Yes.
I've got it.
I'll get there in a
Scathars.
second.
Yeah, Scathars.
Got it.
But after exploring through the ruins, you found out that it is not just any sort of ruins. It is actually a tomb dedicated to a legendary figure named Scathor Wrath, who, from what you guys do know, and I believe I mentioned this to most of you, that he is a legendary hero that was at one point considered the most powerful archmage to ever have ruled over the Republic of Curunir. It was also the first of the archmages before his brief disappearance and now essentially confirmed death at this point.
Well, we did just find his tomb.
Yes, you did just find his tomb, so it is kind of confirmed dead.
Did
um,
we talk to his ghost, though?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did.
So he's not really dead. He's just mostly dead.
Well, I wouldn't say it exactly as a ghost. It was probably more like a hologram, but same difference.
What do our characters know about the difference?
Yeah. It's not relevant. Of course, you also had found some sort of mysterious orb that was glowing red, if I remember correctly. And he said that it was actually a key to his workshop in his city that he actually built himself called Alwick. He informed you that it was further to the southwest of the Republic of Curunir, giving you rough directions to actually make your way there. And if I recall, we kind of left off with you guys actually coming out into the entrance to the ruins. So I guess we will pick up there.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys, I'm just gonna describe the scene real quick first. So you guys climb up the long ladder that was dropped down for you, making your way back out into the what is now sunlight. When you first came in, it was somewhat cloudy. It was hard to get a good grasp of time of day, but you can now see there is a visible sun in the sky with very few clouds covering it. You find yourself a little ways away from the original entrance that you had entered. You can still see there are various archaeologists set up, kind of looking around the ruins, inspecting stuff, but not really paying much mind as you guys come back up. And as you all finish climbing up, you watch as the sort of trap door that had just kind of appeared out of nowhere immediately disappears. It appears that is not going to be an entrance that you can use.
Not anymore. It's not.
Exit only. Got it.
Exit only.
Yes.
So, you guys find yourself now standing amongst the ruins in the middle of the camp. What do you guys decide to do from here?
I am hiding the orb.
Understandable.
What orb?
The orb that we got from Scathor.
Okay. Let's
Mostly
see.
to,
I
mostly to
got.
keep it out of view of the people who might want to take it, and also to keep it away from Red Food.
Ow.
Shiny rock.
Understandable.
Um. Okay.
Understandable. Yeah.
What else did we get from down there? Did we get anything else?
I got a ring of jumping.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you guys found some like minor stuff, but nothing.
Yeah, we
really...
found like some hidden treasure, but nothing huge except for the orb.
Yep.
I guess we should look for the foreman or whatever he's called.
Yeah,
Of the day?
the site manager.
Oh.
Okay. Chorus, you kind of take the lead as you have been around similar sites to this, and end up finding sort of the main camp, the main set of tents, where you actually end up spotting a few, what you guess are probably some of the higher ups, as they seem a little less dirty compared to the rest around them. They're not covered in dust or dirt of any sort. Their clothes are still clean and fresh. So you
Leeches.
immediately realize those are probably the managers. So
I like to speak to
Can I
your
speak
manager.
to your manager? We made the same fucking joke at the same time.
Oh, God, I knew it was coming.
It's a
I knew
joke
it was
Redfield
coming.
would make.
Oh, we're too predictable. Damn it.
Indeed. Well, I have to be. That's my character.
No, you don't.
I'm gonna play the character.
Let him play the character. It won't last long.
I'm
Fair
good
we
at that.
we all know that this character is not lasting long.
Hmm.
No matter what we try to do. You could cast Revivify. You could all have
Yeah.
Revivify, and just 5 uses of Revivify for each character, and he would go through all 15.
Oh yeah.
But yes, you can see what appears to be 3 figures, kind of standing. They're nicely dressed. You can tell they're wearing much more expensive clothing. They appear to be chatting amongst themselves in a hushed tone. They all 3 appear to be human, although if any of you want to make a perception check, feel free to.
Yes.
Okay. That's just
Sure,
Red
why
Food just
not?
wanting to do everything, I imagine. But
He wants to do it because he knows he's gonna
Yeah.
fail at it.
I mean, I
those rolls! Oh, a nat 1, a nat
Wait.
2, and then a nat 17.
Wait.
I forgot something. I have a -2 to perception, so I just fall asleep. I'm just gonna lay down and take a nap.
Oh no!
Just gonna
Red
curl
Foo,
up right here.
were we doing something?
Oh,
Who are you
God.
guys?
Where am
I'm
I?
tired.
You just see
Um,
Red Foo just looks around, and goes, "Who are you
Um,
people?" and just runs away.
Who
Jada,
are you people?
you're the only one that really notices. But out of the 3 figures, the one standing in the middle, you can faintly see, as they're all wearing hats, you can faintly see and manage to realize that the one in the middle does appear to have pointed ears and is more than likely elven of some sort.
Pointy ear person.
Okay.
You can also kind of see the book that he's holding, as he appears to be holding a book, and the other 2 are looking down at it.
Can I make out any details about the book?
You do, of course, read Elven,
Such as
correct?
the title.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. I'm just making sure you read Elven as an elf, right?
I'm a fucking elf, dude. Come
I
on.
just have to make sure. rather
don't
ask
actually
than
kill them.
assume, and for some reason you don't. You know.
If I didn't, I would tell you.
I know.
Otherwise, assume I do.
Yeah.
Hey, how do I add a character to the thing?
Exclamation mark, dice cloud.
Dice cloud, and the link.
Yeah.
Oh, exclamation mark, dice cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You can make out that the title appears to be I forgot the title. And I didn't write it down, but it appears to be it says the fall of Alwick on it.
Fall of what?
Alwick.
Alwick.
Yes.
Would I recognize this as a civilization or city that
you would recognize this as the
fallen?
city that Scathor had previously mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So is this where we're headed then?
This is where you were told to head, yes.
I see.
So
these guys are reading about our destination. I wonder what they know.
But so, upon giving your first kind of examination, do you guys now approach or?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So Jada takes the first step forward. They of course can hear you moving closer. And kind of
Impossible. I'm too good for that.
Do you want to make a stealth check? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I'm joking.
Okay. I'm like, are we doing this already?
I'm just being a little shit. Don't worry about it.
You're being a rogue.
Everybody do it since we're all rogues. Everybody stealth.
Redfoot's gonna fail and blow it.
Yeah.
No. Redfoot's actually
Redfoot's
good.
that's the only thing he's good at. Don't take that away from him. The problem is he's currently asleep, so
21.
you don't get to make one because you're asleep, as your own words.
He falls asleep and turns invisible.
He just
That'd be
rolls
funnier,
over and
yeah.
camouflages himself.
That is
I'm not
officially canon.
sleepwalking.
Anytime
I'm
Redfoo
stealth-walking.
sleeps, he just turns invisible.
Oh,
But it's
my God.
actually actually asleep, to the point where he's not really conscious.
I'm not sleepwalking.
So it's
I'm
completely
stealth-walking.
useless. But
So you're saying that if he gets knocked out during combat,
he's
he just turns
technically
invisible.
invisible.
Eh.
That is the
Which means
only.
we know where he is in order to revive him.
And
Well,
yeah,
only redeemable.
the best part about it is it makes it harder for him to die as well. Because if they want to finish him off,
right, but it also makes
It
it
also-
harder for
yeah.
us to heal him.
exactly.
So,
Can I finish him off right now?
Oh my god! Holy shit!
I mean, sure, you could. You want to.
In front of this many witnesses? Are you kidding?
Rip.
I'd be overjoyed.
Not my Redfoo.
So, what do you mean
Introducing
not my
his
red
grandson,
food?
who's seeking retribution. Bluefoo,
Oh my god.
who immediately gets killed upon entry.
It's like
Yeah.
the one from Spy Kids. Is that the character?
Yeah. The guy.
The guy. That's what that. Yeah, the guy.
oh god, the
Played
guy.
by fucking Elijah Wood.
I would
Man.
like to make it canon that Jada's dagger is actually one of these.
Sure. I actually meant to ask you guys about custom items. We'll figure that out later.
Hey.
I totally oversighted that. but
Alice
I did.
song, let's go.
I did intend to have one custom item for each person. But we'll work
nice.
that out for next week because nothing combat related will happen. Although it won't be combat oriented or have to be combat oriented. So, Jada, upon approaching, your companions follow behind. You see the site managers all kind of look up in unison. The elf standing in the middle kind of gives you this weird tilted head look and just says, what are you doing here?
We were just in that crypt. What are you doing here?
I'm the site manager. I oversee everything here. These are my
Then I
archaeologists.
suppose we're supposed to report to you then.
I suppose if you have something to report.
I found this, what I believe to be a research paper in a language I can't read.
May I see it?
Sure.
He takes it, looks through it briefly and says, I recognize it to be infernal, but unfortunately I can't read
Yeah.
it myself.
Well, perhaps it could be of some use to you.
We'll set it aside for now until we can get someone to translate it. That's, of course, appreciated. You see him turn to the manager to his right and says, go and grab the gold. He walks
Also,
off.
Scathor Wrath's tomb is down there, by the way.
Was that an important note?
Huh?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Was that important?
Would you kind of run that one by me again?
It's exactly what I said. Scathor Wrath's tomb is down there.
The Scathor. Archmage
Well,
Scathor.
Do you know any others?
I don't.
There's no mistaking this, correct? You are 100% certain.
I know.
Go down and find out for yourself if you don't believe us.
I know my stuff. Yes.
Don't
There's no
worry.
mistake.
I
Fortunately,
made
I
sure
wish
all
it
the
was that
traps
easy,
don't work
but-
anymore.
Yes, we disarmed
Oh,
all the
you're
traps
free to go
by...
guilty. You can't just go down there yourself.
Sorry. Would you mind if I get all of your names or something?
I need a
Um,
fake name real quick.
I don't. I will give him my full name, Colorus Brindhall.
I can't give my real name.
I can.
We'll get to that in a second.
I'm Redfoo.
Okay. I'll wait for Brandon's fake name because it's gonna be golden, I'm sure. Elf, you need to give him your list of names that you had for Hans.
Oh, hold on.
Hella
Do I
Hans.
still have that on here? I do.
So that way it can
with-
carry over.
Dario Liadon.
Saria. Is that what you said? Saria?
Sariel Liadon.
Sariel. Okay. Sariel Liadon. We'll say the first two introduce themselves. Ogden also speaks up and says, Ogden.
It
And
says nothing more.
yeah,
There's
he
a,
just says Ogden.
There's a TXT file with a bunch of just random fun names in it.
Oh
DM'd,
boy.
by the way.
I feel like that's gonna be so good for Jada. With the intended everything behind
There's
Jada.
so
Yeah.
many.
That is something Hans never got to use, and it's disappointing.
Unfortunately.
So many of them are male names, though.
Right, because I was basing my character originally off of
Shutterfly Simmons.
it was
The TV show guy.
yeah, I was
Like-
basing it off Sean Spencer, and those are that's a list of almost all of the names that he gave as fake names for Gus
Oh
Indeed.
my god.
in the show. So have fun with that one.
Oh yeah.
I'm absolutely using this. Wait, is it Don Cheadle?
Don Cheadle.
Oh, this is gonna be a hoot. So, as you guys go down the line, starting with Ogden, Redfoo, Jada, or no, I'm sorry, you don't say Jada, Sariel. And then it gets the chorus, and he also, in the meanwhile, was kind of shaking your guys' hands briefly. And when chorus says Brindhall, he kind of pauses and is like, "That would explain it."
Explain what?
What?
I didn't realize we had such an esteemed archaeologist here, Mr. Brindhall. Apologies for my rudeness earlier.
You're
I
an
feel as though
archaeologist?
that's also undermining the efforts of the rest of us, but alright.
No, I apologize. I do not mean that in any sense. I will allow Mr. Brindhall to reveal any details of his origins that he so chooses, but Well, if you're saying it's the tomb of Scathor, then it has to damn well be true.
You must be pretty smart then. Hey,
Well, yes,
cool.
that's an understatement, Mister Fabble Stabble. But yes,
Cool.
Did he ever tell us his last name?
Who?
I'm sure he did at some point
Red Foo.
because
Probably did, yeah.
Oh, probably.
he probably can't spell it, but he probably knows it.
I can't spell my name. Name is Name. Name.
Okay, I just realized I had
Very
some,
good.
some shit slightly messed up, but it's fine now. Sorry. Okay. So, he proceeds to introduce himself as Atticus Drinstail. And invites you over to his tent. Before eventually you see the other site manager that he had sent away, making mention of gold, come back with a small little pouch in hand, holding it out
Shiny
towards
money.
Jada,
Why should you get the shiny money?
because she turned in the paper.
But I want the shiny money.
That is too bad, sir.
Red Foo sad.
I'm sure. So he holds that pouch out to you, Jada. I assume you take it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little light, but it's some change. And opening it, you find about 10 pieces of gold. Before you see Adkis kind of like wave over the other manager and says, actually whispers into his ear, before the other guy kind of looks around and like nods his head and just walks off again.
I will split the gold almost equally with my comrades here.
Almost equally.
It will. Yeah, there's 4 of us and there's 10 gold. Therefore,
We all get 2.5
anything that
pieces.
doesn't divide, any remainder will just go to me. Cool.
Yeah.
Unless we can get change in silver.
If they want to give us some silver, I don't have any. I'm
well,
not poor.
wait to distribute the money because that's probably not all you're getting. Did Max? Okay, I saw a notification. I thought Max maybe was ready, but nope.
Wait.
Nope.
I thought
It's
this was plugged in.
checked.
Why is this?
Uh-oh,
Why is this not charging?
So, Adkis,
Oh, because I never plugged the damn thing
kind
in.
of.
That
You
would
see
do
as
it.
he kind of moves around his tent, slowly bring you guys each a cup of tea, placing that down in front of you.
I'm gonna drink the tea as soon as he gives it to me.
It is scorching fucking hot. You take
Cool.
1 point of fire damage.
Bet.
Love it.
He gives you Red Foo this weird look and just looks back to Chorus and says,
He has his uses.
Can I ask for another?
I won't question. Sure. And he goes to make you another cup of tea, reluctantly. I assume you do the exact same thing with the tea.
Exact same thing. How many cups will he bring?
That is the last one he's bringing. You see as he just kind of sits
Okay.
down and starts sipping on his own tea.
I'm gonna say this is really good.
Thank you. So, is there any more information you have? I mean, Gothor's tomb is something that's honestly we've been looking for almost 100 years now.
There's
And how did
still
you not find it?
Gothor. If Scathor himself didn't want something to be found, you
It
wouldn't
wasn't found.
find it.
Well, in that case, then why did we find it?
Well, that's a very good question.
Maybe it's the right time. There is still a good deal of his own magic in his tomb chamber.
We found it because
Be
we're looking.
careful.
Enough to talk to, you might say.
You actually conversed with him.
Well,
Potentially.
what's left of him.
Fascinating. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. That
Oh yeah, the ghost guy. Yeah, he was kind of scary. He
I
seemed cool though.
thank you for that information.
You're welcome.
God.
This is what playing Red Food's gonna be like.
Yep.
He's
This
doing
is
it
what-
I might
intentionally.
actually kill him.
He's doing it intentionally so people want him dead. I mean, it's intentional.
It's how the
Hey,
character
Chad,
would
give us
act.
10 gold and we'll kill Red Food.
No.
Hey, I'm worth at least 20 gold.
Fine.
Wink if you want him dead. And
Uh,
I flip out my knife behind my back. And just
as
like
Jada just starts winking,
sort of-
she's like, "That works for me."
Red Food like
I'm not
just
gonna
turns-
count my own wink. That's
Yeah, hey, to each their own,
Red
you
Food
know.
just turns and just winks it. Winks and gets up before he vanishes.
Okay. Back to the conversation. Adkis just kind of sit there sipping on his tea, clearly like just
Let me
in his
know if you
own
want it.
world. You see as he's sipping, he eventually goes, "Ah, fuck." Sorry.
your reflexes must be dreadful if it took you that long to realize.
I was so lost in thought I didn't even feel it, to be honest.
Then why'd you react?
Well, I came down from the thought.
You came down from a thought? Man, I've been there.
Have
I'm
you?
very
Yeah.
sure you have, Mr. Fabble? Stapple? Is
Red
that
Food
what your
Fables, that
name?
was the name. Stabbing
Oh.
Fables is the game.
Oh, good God.
Can I use prestidigitation to light his hair on fire just a tiny bit? Just so he has something to occupy him while we talk?
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll just snap right
I'll
over
allow
his
it.
head and whistle a little tune, and his hair just starts burning a little tiny bit.
He doesn't
Yeah.
notice. He got a 4.
It doesn't really keep going. It eventually just kind of dissipates on its own. But there is like a small patch of hair that's just gone from Red Foo.
gonna notice.
There's like this tiny little bald spot.
Oh no.
So great!
He is literally just like a training dummy that you can just wail on, and he just doesn't care.
That's how I made him.
He
God.
doesn't feel pain!
I mean, it was just his hair
oh,
burning. It
it's
wasn't
so
like it
great.
actually damaged him in some
I
way,
mean,
right?
true.
I know, but like, he's also our crash test dummy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Oh boy. Oh,
So-
Max is back.
Yeah.
Guess
okay.
who's back?
All right, I'm gonna send it to
Don't
a
worry,
quick
viewers. I
5
will
minute break.
continue to play with the Bell song.
Yeah. Quick 5 minute break, and then we'll be back with our fourth player. So yeah. Be back. And
He's not
we're
so
back.
dumb that his lack of any sense leads him to be, by definition, completely innocent, and
Who's the
therefore
chaotic demon,
me.
like, of the world?
Me.
I just see
Am I
him be
still
like,
dabbing
"Alright."
on screen?
You're not entirely on
good,
screen, but
Max.
you're enough.
Or does it look like I'm at Nuremberg?
Dabbing.
We can tell that you're dabbing.
But we can't see your head. But yes,
You
I was
can-
about to say, out of context and just slightly off frame.
our fourth player is here. Yay. What?
Huzzah!
Unfortunately, it is not Sam Fisher.
No.
Yeah, and he's about to be banned for dabbing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I shall come
Why
back
is
even
he
stronger.
here? He posted cringe.
He
He
posted
posted cringe in my Discord. um. Okay. So yes. Back to conversation. I believe he had just asked Colress if they had found anything else down there.
Did we? I don't fucking remember.
That's why I asked Colress. Because I don't expect Brandon to remember.
What do I tell him about the orb is the thing that I'm trying to think of.
That's
like
completely up to your choice, you know?
I'm
Up to
gonna
your
roll.
discretion.
I'm gonna try insight on him just to see what I think of him.
Okay.
It's a 5. What do I
Um,
think of him?
even with a low roll, you've still been around archaeology sites before, and you've
Mhm.
met his type. Like the site manager that honestly is there just for the position of power more than anything.
Yeah.
They're not there because they
power?
care. I mean, they have some influence, and they can basically take claim for most things that their actual archaeologists might find. So it gives them notoriety and money.
Done
And
that before.
this guy, given the Brendan Hall name, or Brind Hall, not Brendan.
Me?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Damn you.
Um,
You've unleashed him upon the world.
the Brind Hall name, definitely within this sort of realm of the world, archaeology, history, education, that name carries some weight, and he is probably just trying to get you on his, or try to get on your good side so he can find some way to
Use you.
use you.
Yeah.
You've
So what
met
you're
this type
saying
before.
is,
Even with
he
a low
bitch.
roll, even with a low roll, you've met this type before. It's easy to read.
What is somewhere that isn't in like the exact opposite direction of the city that we're supposed to be heading to?
Say that again. I totally did not follow. Are you
Like,
asking?
okay,
We're gonna send him in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna like be sending him in like the opposite direction on a wild goose chase.
Okay.
So like, where's somewhere that I would know that's like out that way,
I was not prepared for
complete
that, but that
opposite
works.
direction?
Do you have proficiency in deception?
I don't know.
There is a
Well, what's your bonus?
No, I have +1.
oof.
+4. Let me do it.
Well, he's gonna have to share that information with you, because he kind of probably knows more of the importance of lying to him. So
Fair.
it is, yeah, it would be on Chorus if he decides to kind of pull you aside.
He doesn't know I'm a good liar, so he'd probably
Yeah.
just do it himself.
However, you might catch on to what he's doing, and could technically give him the help
Perhaps.
action.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Perhaps.
So
Possible.
he'll at least have advantage. And honestly, he would have no reason to think you're lying. So the DC is not very high. The only city I can think of that is much more to the opposite side of where you're going is a city called Tumen Zahara.
Tumen Zahara?
Tumen Zahar.
Tumen Zahara. Okay.
I added an extra A that was not there.
I'll tell him that while we were speaking with the projection or the ghost of Mr.
Past.
Wrath,
Ghost of Christmas
he
Past?
told us what?
The ghost of
Yeah, the ghost of Christmas
Ghost of
Past. While
Christmas
we were
Past.
talking about the ghost of Christmas Past, he told us that there was a long lost ruin somewhere close by the what would now be, was it Tumen Zahar?
Yeah,
Is that what he said?
Tumen Zahar. Yeah.
Tumen Zahar. He's out towards that way, fairly close by it. Now I don't have the time in order to be able to go out that way. I've got other places to be, but might be something that you would want to check out.
All right. Roll deception with advantage.
17.
Oh, I want
Yeah.
to add something to that.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to add something to that.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Turns out there is
Yeah.
actually a long lost ruin over there, and he finds it. And he gets rich off of it. We'll see.
It would be like
Yeah.
it's basically the D&D equivalency of the guy who tipped a waiter a lottery ticket, and it turned out to be the winning one, and then sued it back.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually
Did
a
that actually
present party
happen?
member that is familiar
Yes!
with the city.
Did a guy win?
Yeah.
Oh, there is?
Yes.
The waiter, yeah. It turned out it was the winning lottery ticket.
But
And
Nope.
when you're done in that city, go to fuck, I can't remember. Go to Vigneland and find Adran Hanley and ask him about a business deal you've had ongoing with me. You remember my name, right?
it's surreal London, right? Something like No, I don't.
It's close. Sariel Leaden.
My apologies.
He'll
Man.
know what you're talking about.
Okay, I understand. The last name was Hanil, right?
Hanley.
Hanley. Got that written down. Okay.
Did he actually write it down?
You see, he appears to write something, but as you like kind of look at it, it's just like scribble.
Is he a doctor in a past life?
But he kind of like stands up and says, where is that adult? 1 second, I'll be right back. And you see as he exits the tent, seemingly following the guy that you had seen bring Jada money previously. And after about 40 seconds or so, he returns holding a much larger bag, and kind of plops it down on the table and says, "Thank you so much for all this information, Mr. Brindhall and his companions."
Here, let me keep track of it. I added a new container to my inventory that is just communal things.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
So, he pops it down on the table, says, "Thank you so much for this discovery, Mr. Brindhall. I will ensure that your name is put on this discovery. Truly legendary, just like your predecessors. Me and my crew will actually be going ahead and heading to the city you mentioned. If you join us at some point later, I'm sure we can work together again closely. And who
Sure.
knows? Maybe
Yes.
I'll find my way out to the university at some point. I actually graduated from there. Sorry. I must get going now. Thank you once again, all of you, for your assistance. Mr. Brindhall,
welcome.
Yeda, or sorry, not Yeda. He called you Surreal. Mr. Fabble Stapple.
That's me.
It doesn't get old.
Ogden.
Ogden.
Ogden. I knew that. Yes. Thank you so much for your discovery. I will make sure it is spread throughout. Now I will be heading out. Is there anything else I can get you? Food, supplies.
Got any ale?
I'm sure we have a small little sort of food tent set up a little way on the other side of the encampment. You can find some ale and some sustenance there.
Would be good to have some traveling supplies before we leave.
I'm gonna walk straight there.
Okay.
Night,
How
Kirby.
much should I
Night,
add
Kirby.
to the communal gold?
It is roughly 400 gold in the bag.
So 100 each.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just putting it all into one pot, along with
Yeah.
any items we get, so we can divvy it out once the session's over.
Yeah, I think that works way better.
Yeah, it works for me as well.
So we are now at 410 gold.
Yep. Okay. You see as he kind of moves to a different tent, kind of closing the slight kind of tent flaps that it has, and making sure that the tent he's going into is actually fully concealed. Do you guys take a moment, kind of gather around, and then start heading to the other side of the encampment, unless anyone has anything else they would like to do before making their way over there?
I'm
I
already
would
drinking.
like to ask Sariel who this person she sent him to was.
Oh, that's my father. I despise the man.
Damn.
Okay. So, well, what will this ongoing business? What will he think of that?
Oh, nothing of the sort. I sent him on a wild goose chase to waste his time.
Oh, okay.
Good man.
That's,
woman.
That's good. That's good.
Damn. This party is a savage. This is gonna be good.
One.
I mean,
quick
you
question,
have
what
a
was the
wa-
name? Sorry,
you
what
have
was
a
the name of the
walk-
city that we're going to? That we were being sent to?
It's
Mr.
in
DM?
the
Alwick.
stream title.
It
I
is in the
think.
stream title.
Oh, look at that.
Alwick.
Yep.
I mean, you
Alwick.
guys have a walking war crime with you.
Then I think that can be said about the entire party except for Red Foo.
Yes, but I'm the
and
only
Chorus,
person
actually.
here who is more than
I don't
capable
think
and
I'm
also
a
willing
war
to make
criminal.
chemical weapons.
Sorry, what was that?
Like
I have to
considering
make
the
sure I'm
fact that
still
I am,
respected.
Yeah.
considering the fact that I am the most, potent war crime in the party, just purely out of the
You're a
chemical
war crime
weapons.
waiting to happen.
I mean,
Violence
But
isn't the
once
answer.
again,
it is the question.
That could
The
be
answer
said
is
about
yes.
anyone in the party, to be honest.
It's not a true. It's not a true victory if your enemies don't die screaming the excess of
Oh,
their
God.
lungs, or
Yeah, I think
start
it is.
puking up the excess of their lungs.
Anyways,
March of the Dead Men by Sabaton starts playing.
I think we had a fairly successful day here.
yeah,
We
you guys.
discovered a long lost wizard that was dead
Indeed,
a long time ago. It was actually a very important discovery.
a long ass
see
fucking
that
time
typo.
ago. A town
I
called
don't know how
Kickapoo.
many other people in the party would actually recognize the significance of what we discovered.
Nope.
I do.
I'm drinking.
You wanted
I
to blow
mean-
it up. I don't like you.
I wanted to blow up the doors.
I might recognize the significance of it. DM, would I?
I mean, you all recognize the significance of finding the tomb of Scathor Wrath. This is
Would Red
something
Food
that,
have-
like, this is like literally. You guys all probably at some point in your childhood like heard stories of this guy. Like, this is a legendary figure, you know? It's pretty big deal. You also,
I think
considering how significant you think it is, you also gotta feel like 400 gold was a bit short.
Also, the magic items we found there were kind of
Did I get-
underwhelming.
Did I
But
get?
I
the
understand
name
that's
of-
just for balance purposes.
Did I get the name of the guy that was the
Adkis.
Like,
Drinsdale.
Atticus? I'm gonna add him
Adkis.
to my journal.
Yeah. I'll type it out for you.
You
'Cause
can
they said he
tell-
drank-
Drinsdale.
He went to
He said he
Univers.
graduated from the university.
Yes.
Which is how he would know my name.
Exactly.
I had a private tutor. I didn't go to the university.
I didn't waste no money on school.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Stuff's not
My
important.
family
It's
went to
apparent.
university. So,
What was it?
I went to university.
I didn't just go to university. I am the university.
I am the universe.
The university came to me. Fools.
So, you guys make your way on the other side of the encampment, and you do find
I
what he
got
was
banned
talking
from
about.
university.
And do we have like 2 high-class, intelligent party members?
Yeah, and then
Yo.
the other 2.
And then Red Food, Ogden.
And I mean, Ogden's actually relatively intelligent. He just is a dwarf.
He's just he's a walking war crime.
Yeah.
Those are always the best
Ogden
companions.
Ogden is incredibly intelligent. He just doesn't see a reason to
He's Ogden's
employ it half the time.
Ogden's literally basically Max. He's smart, but street smart.
They're like, how do you
Smart in
know how
ways
to
that
make
people
explosives?
Usually don't recognize.
Yeah. Like Chorus and Jada are like book smart and relatively street smart, but Ogden's just straight up street smart. He like knows
Smart in
some
ways people
things
usually don't notice.
that he like read from a book, and then he blew up that book.
It'd be like, no, this is it. It's like, it's basically you read a textbook. It's like, yeah, this is all well and good, but it doesn't tell you how to apply this knowledge.
Ogden's the kind of
Time to get to
person
blasting.
that's like,
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
read this book, but I'm gonna light it on fire first, so that way I read it faster.
I always thought of it like this: is that when you have
Oh,
street
one
smart,
last
Jefferson
thing
makes
before we
three.
leave off with them.
Yeah.
Before we leave off with those guys, how do you plan to travel?
Oh, we have some carriages and stuff that we actually had transport our stuff here. Why do you ask?
All right. Well, if you believe you might run into any trouble, I have some health potions I'd be willing to sell you.
I suppose.
I've got 10 available. How many would you like?
Take this up with my advisor. He's in the tent over there to the left.
All right.
He'll sort out any of that.
I'm gonna go do that then.
Very well. And you head over and you see the advisor, which is one of the humans that was standing next to the main site manager, and he kind of looks up and says, "Can I help you?"
I offered to sell some health potions to you in case you ran into any troubles along the way, and I was sent to you specifically.
I suppose.
I have 10 available. How many do you think you'll need?
What sort of quality are they?
Just standard quality, nothing too special.
You said you had how many? 10?
10, yes. I
If
buy
you're-
more than I need so that I can sell the extra for profit.
If you're willing to depart with half of them, I'll pay for that.
You'll buy half? All right.
Would you?
And I will set 5 identical bottles filled with a red liquid on the table. Each just stoppered with a cork.
Actually, health potions.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I thought.
colored water.
It's colored water for sure. I know
That's
Brandon's
just what I
character.
I just want to point out that right now, Red Food is just drinking all the ale he can.
Oh.
Oh, no.
This is how drunk he goes invisible. And we
Roll
can't see him.
deception.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
19, let's go.
You see, he's like skeptical. Like he kind of looks at him and says, "These are health potions, correct?" And you just kind of like
Would
nod.
you-
And he just accepts this. To be honest, like he's just like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not paying that.
10 gold each.
Why, thank you.
And he places
That is
50 gold
acceptable.
down.
I
50 gold
take his
down and
gold and leave.
takes the bottles and sets them aside.
The charlatan background is so good.
Fucking hate you. I haven't got like a decent like insight on the potions to try and like see if they're actually health potions. You just
They're
had a better.
not.
I know they're not, but
I know they're not. You know they're not. But he doesn't know they're not.
he's
That's
skeptical.
the
But
important
yeah, he was convinced.
Well, he won't know otherwise until he needs to use one, and at that point, it doesn't matter.
At that point, it's
That could
too
indirectly
late.
result in
Too
someone
late.
probably dying, but who knows?
At that point, it's too late.
Does
It
this
wouldn't
one
be
a
the
revenant?
first war crime I've committed.
This former revenant. Oh, God, it's Henry
I mean,
2.0 incoming.
His last thing he thinks was, I got tricked.
I got
and then he dies.
duped as I try to take
I'd be
these healing
pretty
potions.
upset. So, like,
Yeah.
Well,
Probably.
he's a commoner. This thing's capable of healing more than he has hit points.
I never said the advisor is a commoner, but
I assumed as much.
he's a little better than a commoner, maybe.
maybe.
Well, I gave him a fake name anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You
right
did.
now Redfu is going through all their ale.
It's literally one type of ale. It's some cheap, shitty mead.
He's drinking as much as he possibly can.
They give you like 2 mugs and then stop giving it out.
How much does Red Foo weigh?
Can I try to like sneak by and get some more?
Roll stealth.
Just keep drinking.
How much does Red Foo weigh?
Not a lot.
Okay, well, I'm going to go find him because we plan on continuing traveling on.
Well, the rest of the party is already over there while Jada was doing all of her business. Red Foo gets his first 2 mugs of alcohol before the kind of bartender, pseudo bartender, stops him because he knows where this is going. And they're cheap, clearly. Red Foo, upset with this, decides to manage to sneak around, waiting for the bartender to have his attention on someone else before he starts to steal a couple extra mugs of beer.
Can I see him stealing more and say, "Why
you
can't
see
you
him
steal stuff that you can bring with us?"
You see him come back
I
from
grab a
stealing
mug
it.
and walk out.
So you see as like he's like returning to a table with like 5 mugs of beer just like in his hand, and he just like places it down. He's like,
Red Foo?
Yeah.
Why didn't you take anything that we could bring with us so that you could continue drinking as we travel?
I did. I have 5 mugs.
Those are not easily transportable. Those... Okay. I'd like to go to the bar and order a bottle of wine.
the bartender looks at you and says, "One coming up." Turns around, grabs a mug, fills it with ale, and puts it right in front of you and says, "There you go." Before turning back and continuing what he was doing.
I'm going to assume this is all you have as far as drinks.
Yep.
I'll take it.
That's good.
I'm gonna lean over to lean over to Red Foo, and I'm going to say, you know, when we're on the road. I'm sorry, hold on, I'm still in Ulrich mode. Hold on a second. You know, when we're on the road, I could probably brew us something.
At this point,
That would be impressive.
Redfu, he
I'm an
reflected
alchemist.
on Jada's words, and he figured the easiest way to transport the ale was in his stomach. So he downs all 5 mugs, and you can see the conflict rolls. It's fine, and then that 5th one, he's gonna pass
He
out
just
probably.
starts spewing.
I would think he just passes out.
Okay, yeah, he passes out. I go up to wherever he was, pick up
He
his
just falls off the
unconscious,
chair.
invisible body, take him outside of the tent, just shake the hell out of him, and then hold him so he doesn't puke on me.
Hey, thanks, man. And he passes out again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to, like, grab a spare leather strap or something that I have and just strap him to my back.
He's like a child holder.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Literally strapping him to my back, and we're just gonna move on. It looks like there's like a strap holding onto nothing because he's invisible. This is so great.
Dude, I'm crying. This is funny. This is totally something he would do too.
Is it wrong that the image in my head is not like Jada and Redfoo doing this? It's actually Brandon and Brendan actually doing this, and Brandon is just walking around with the road just on his back.
If it helps, picture it as that.
Yeah.
It also just
Anyway.
makes it funnier.
Now that Redfoo is passed out, I'm gonna go eat dinner.
That was what you were trying to do, you son of a bitch.
No, it just all worked out that way.
Oh my god.
Blame the anime protagonist.
You're not even an anime protagonist. You're the furthest thing from it in this one.
This will also make it like better because Redfoo's actually passed out, so he doesn't hear what's going on.
Yeah, fair. Everyone is a better anime protag than Redfoo, by the way.
Redfoo's like that comic, like
Yeah, he's the one
He's the
comedy
comic
side
relief
character. Yeah.
that's like funny, but only at like certain points.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
Who's Ogden then?
Ogden could be his own main character.
Wait a minute.
Ogden
wait a
is
minute.
the
wait.
jock. Like yeah, he's the jock.
Ogden is Megan.
Oh my god.
That's who I am. I'm a blast happy nutcase. You can't tell me it doesn't fit. You can't.
I don't know why, but the anime I defaulted to for like a group dynamic was Ouran High School Host Club.
What the fuck?
I don't know if that fits our group, but hey.
Who is who in that dynamic?
I don't know.
Hold on just a moment, and I will tell you.
No, we're not doing this right
We
now.
need to hear this shit.
we'll-
We need to hear this shit.
Just type it out and put it in players only, and then we can discuss it after
I
stream.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
that's
getting
what
way
I
too
meant.
off topic.
Am I the bodyguard of the little Shota bastard or whatever the hell his name is?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
and the little one is Redfoo.
Obviously.
God.
I'm the smart
Um,
one, of course. The money guy, who's kind of shady, kind of not. And then our historian would probably be the main face of it. We don't have the twins.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say,
I can't remember any of their names.
I was about to just say, he's like that dude, like the money, like the guy, the really smart dude.
Yes.
You know, for a like just given the backgrounds of some of the other characters, like for fuck's sake, well, one of them was like a yakuza tough or some shit like that. You know for a fact, like his family's probably deals in people.
His family, actually, if I remember correctly,
Pharmaceuticals or
is...
something.
Is it? Because that's
Yeah.
a huge industry. Ow. I just dropped something on my foot. Okay, so Kyoya Otori is the smart one. Tamaki Suo is the charming one. Mitsuguni Hanenozuka is the Shota. Takashi Morinozuka is the tough guy. That's about it.
Yes.
That is
I
it.
love that
Now,
anime.
back to D&D.
Now, D&D.
I love that anime.
One of these days, we're gonna just do an anime one shot where we all just remake anime protagonists. God,
I've already been Piccolo.
technically not. I guess he is kind of part of the protagonist,
I
but
even drank something that made me hear the voices of the dead, which is basically Nail.
yeah.
I hate how right you are.
God. All right.
That's a classic. You're not wrong, but fuck you.
Now, unfortunately, I have a character idea for that in my head.
Shut.
Move on.
Stop it. You're giving me ideas.
We need to travel. Let's start traveling.
Yeah. As you guys are making your way out, have noticed at this point that a lot of people have kind of been staring at you as you guys are kind of heading out. It seems like news of your discovery has definitely circled around the camp, but it matters not to you guys as you are already just going on. So,
did we have any form of transportation getting here, or did we all just walk?
wasn't really decided. So I'm gonna say you guys walked, or hired various carriages that just dropped you off.
I probably hired a carriage to drop me off. Yeah, I took an Uber. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, can we just like call an Uber from here, or how does it work?
God.
Can we just
an Uber sending stuff?
Can we just, as a joke, say that I just loaded my fucking crossbow with like explosive blast and just basically rocket jump the entire way here?
No.
No,
You are not fucking soldier.
No.
Fly in the air, reload the bitch, just pogoing that shit down the way.
No.
I'm an artificer,
While we're
damn it.
traveling,
Give
I'd
me
like to
long
cast
enough,
Find
I can do it.
Familiar.
Give me long enough. I'm an artificer.
do that
I can
while
eventually
traveling?
do some shit like that.
I
mean,
Is
if he's in a
there a
carriage, he
reason
could
I
probably just cast it
can't?
in the carriage.
Well, are you just casting it as using the spell slot, or are you doing like the ritual?
The ritual.
Yeah,
I
Spell
mean-
has a
Wait, I
casting
need to
time
do
of
the-
an hour anyway, so we'll
I mean,
have to do
yeah.
it while we're moving along.
Yeah, I was just because you can't do it. I guess you could, but you'll at some point
Unless
take a
you
break
want to.
anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would have time.
Bet.
So, on your first leg of your journey,
I'm gonna go for an owl, by the way.
okay. You guys travel. When you first set off, it's probably about midday, around 12 or 1. And you guys travel to about how late before you decide to set camp?
Everybody have dark vision?
Yes.
Let me check if Red Food does.
The gnome does.
Okay. I kind of forgot.
I
he's a
say we
gnome.
just keep on going for a good while until we get tired.
Okay.
Get a solid 8 hours in of travel.
Yeah. I mean, I was assume it would probably start getting dark around 7 or 8 p.m., so that would be close to 7 to 8 hours of travel. So what, probably like 10, 11, you guys would decide to start settling down, set up camp?
Yeah, probably around then.
And one last question. Are you keeping on you eventually come across what appears to be an actual set pathway that has actual markers for cities' names on it. Are you going to actually keep to the pathway or detour?
Yeah, let's keep to the pathway,
Okay.
I think.
Why not?
It'll be easier going that way.
Yeah, comparatively, the pathway might take a little bit longer, but it's safer. Detouring would be a little less safer, but it's faster. So, keeping to the pathway, you guys.
I don't think we're really in a hurry. So.
You
Our
do,
only competition we sent in the opposite direction.
On your current trajectory, heading towards Alwick, which you guys, you're familiar with the location it was in because you had heard of the city, but you'd never been there as individuals, none of you. So, keeping along the pathway, you eventually end up finding some signage that points towards a city called Wolf Pine. It appears to actually not be too far off from where your current location is. So would you guys like to keep going for a little while, probably like hour or 2 hours, and make it to the city, or decide to just set up in the wild?
Let's make it to the city.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
So yeah, you spend that about extra hour and a half, continuing along the pathway. Relatively quiet. Nothing really bothers you while you're on the pathway. And as you start to get closer to the city, you notice the pathway becomes more of a paved road, opposed to a just normal dirt path. And you can start to actually see the city in the distance, and namely the sort of large mountain that seems to be connected to the city. Given that you are all actually from the Republic of Curunir, you all are vaguely familiar with the vacation city of Wolfpine, as it is well known for its gorgeous hot springs.
All right, hot springs episode already.
I know, right?
Woo!
But not only that, it's also well known for having one of the another university within the Republic.
Oh, okay.
Hog.
Interesting.
One that is actually an all-female school.
Even better.
Poggers.
Yeah.
Poggers. So, spending about that hour, you guys.
If I'm remembering correctly, that would be the school that Irina went to.
It is indeed.
Oh yeah.
Well, grew up at, more like. But
both technically.
Plot twist. It's not a plot twist. It's not an all-girls school. It's just entirely the entire student body is made entirely of femboys.
no, that is not the case.
That's not this school.
What school is
So you're saying
that?
there's a chance?
What school is that? We're going there immediately.
It's obviously in the Poggers Empire.
It would have to be.
It's not. There's not actually a school like that, but
Damn it!
I would. Who knows? Maybe one day. Oh God.
In the city of Trapodea.
I didn't.
God damn it!
The city of Trapodea.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you guys make your way up to what's actually not a walled off city. Does not seem like they really have any sort of wall in preparations for being attacked, because honestly, who would attack really a vacation city? It doesn't really hold any strategic value of any sort. It's a good vacation spot. Simple as that, pretty much. So upon entering into the city, you start to notice sort of the all the houses that are laid out. Most of the houses are fairly small and somewhat close together. Seems like they'd probably be perfect for university students, the actual people that would really be living in the city. You notice that there are a couple pathways that lead through the city. One that goes straight ahead, and there's also some signage that informs you of where these paths leads. The one straight ahead mentions that it leads straight to the hot springs. The one to your right mentions leading to the city hall and the entrance to the university. And the one on your left mentions a shopping district.
I would assume like the hotel area would be by the hot springs.
You would assume correctly.
So I say we go that way, since it's what, like midnight?
Yeah,
1
it
o'clock?
is close to midnight.
It's late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do keep in mind, though, this is an elven college town.
This is an elvish college town. It does not seem like it is.
Hours don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
You still see people like just out about. Several people that are just drinking, enjoying times. You hear lots of noise.
Yeah.
Not only is
not
it that,
novel.
Brandon, but it's also a vacation city.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have
Yeah,
a lot of people like that as well.
Is there a nude beach?
There's no beach
There's a
at all.
hot spring.
There's only a hot spring.
Dude, a hot spring on the beach would be cash.
True.
A hot spring on the beach would also be nightmarish. When you think
Probably
about
a little bit.
Yeah.
Beach.
Yeah, we don't want crabs
Sand.
in your hot spring.
Well, I was also going to say primarily along the line, you don't want salt water and the mist from that anywhere near like hot water.
True. Yeah.
Imagine for a
But I
second
hate
the air
sand.
the
It's
air will
coarse and
become
rough and it gets
sticky.
everywhere.
That's what happens. The air will become sticky. No, like the salt, like the salt from the mist of the salt water
Yes.
would actually solidify onto your body.
Yeah.
Have
Remember,
you
I'm from a-
experienced this before?
Yeah, I'm from a harbor town. That's when they have like the steam, like the exhaust vents by the factories on the river. What would or by the factories by the bay or by the harbor would they
Hey,
had to
guys,
cordon
where
off
are
that
we?
area.
you are now
you wake up in a
entering
new town surrounded by elven college girls.
pretty much.
Red Fu immediately unstraps himself and just starts
Sprints
running.
off.
I send my owl to follow him.
Okay.
We're never getting him back, are we?
You'll see.
So this is where Red just leaves.
If you really want to try, you could get him back, but how hard do you want to try?
We
No.
don't.
Exactly.
We don't, yeah.
Actually, I'll call my owl back before it gets too far.
Damn.
Leave him.
Ties are
Red Fu,
cut.
my pretty lady.
Oh wait, we need
We're
him to
in
do
a
his
city.
traps.
If he dies, he dies.
Wait,
Yeah.
If
what
he
do I roll
does,
for luck?
It's gonna be
Just a
because of
D20.
alcohol.
Let's see if Red Fu finds somebody.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. There's
That's
gotta be
not dependent
somebody.
on luck.
It's a 14.
These are like a bunch of elves. They're really educated, and they just see a random dumbass gnome running around.
Hey, there's gotta be somebody. He's someone's type. He'll find somebody.
Oh god, I don't even want to say this.
He goes and simps for a pretty
Um,
elf.
Sims
you find
for
yourself
one
in an alley with a stray dog.
Nope.
of them.
Um,
Oh.
and that's where we leave Red Foo. No, so you guys continue on your way to the hot spring, just ignoring the fact Red Foo has just abandoned you.
I mean, there's nothing we can do about
Unstraps
it.
and just yells, "Pretty ladies!"
We're never seeing him again.
No, probably not.
He's probably dumb enough that if he comes back, we could just pretend we don't know him and he'd believe us.
You know?
I kind of want to try that now.
Do you want to do that? I want to do that.
He is useful for disarming traps.
One of these days, Red Foo will make a return. But
Yeah, but I can do that with my mage hand. So
the
That's
difference
true.
is
He's
he'll be
easily
5 times
replaceable
stronger.
by a cantrip.
he's
I'm more
replaceable by a
replaceable.
cantrip.
That's sad.
Well, I mean, you have made the sole objective of Red Foo to run in and tank all the traps, so
I mean,
yeah.
that's just kind of how the dude works. He has no. he
With
has no
only a
brains.
13 con, my dude.
You
Yeah.
can do a lot more than that.
I have more than that.
No, I mean,
He's got, like,
I'm talking
nothing
about
for stats.
what he could do. You don't need good stats to do shit.
Yeah.
Good stats are just relative of how good you do shit, not if you can do shit or not.
Anyway,
You can always try.
You can always try. So yeah, you guys continue. Oh, sorry. Good yawn. So continuing on down the pathway that leads to the obvious tourist area of the city, you find several different large buildings that appear to be hotels, essentially. They all have like several different. You see several different elven women just kind of outside, like holding signs, advertising with it, and like handing out pamphlets to people passing by, and all sorts of tourist gimmicky shit. So, as you guys approach, you are of course getting the whole spiel about, oh, you should come to our hotel. We have all these great, wonderful resources that you can use. And then another one's like, actually, no. Our hotel has all those as well, and this extra. And then the final lady's like, actually. And it's just a non-stop argument about, no, my hotel's better. And at some point, you're just going to have to walk away and just choose a fucking hotel.
And Redfoot just pop up and be, no, mine's better, and then just leave.
No. You faintly hear it, mine's better.
I want to send my owl to fly over and see what I can gauge about their quality from that.
Yeah, figure out which one has access to the best spring, and that's the one that will.
That.
Okay.
Which one's got the best? Which one's got the cheapest whores?
It's a hotel.
The one closest to the school.
Damn.
Gotta pay those bills somehow.
He's probably.
I was about to
He ain't
say.
wrong.
I mean, for fuck's sake, the strip club that's not too far away from campus. I've been there a few times, and there are genuinely fucking like students on the poles.
Yeah,
Oh,
obviously.
yeah, no, yeah.
It's just like, holy shit! I go to a fucking Christian university, who's be like, work that pole for Jesus.
I don't know you, you don't know me. I was never here, you were never here.
That's basically the conversation I've had with them a couple times.
Seriously? You've actually
Yes!
had that conversation?
Yes.
Oh, I've
Like
seen.
she's on the fucking stage. We make eye contact. I'm like, wait a minute, have I seen her before? She makes eye contact with me, and she's
You
already
realize you're in
finishing
a
up her
class
set.
together?
She's finishing up her set, and she's like, comes to me later, and I'm just kind of like looking, at my friend that I came with, like I went to, I had a class with her, not but 8 hours
you didn't.
ago.
No, you didn't.
And then we're just talking to each other like, what the fuck? And she comes up and pats me on the shoulder afterwards. And it's like, you never saw me, please. Be like, oh, you trust, like the feeling is mutual, all right? Like
That's great.
Anyway,
how to get a free lap dance 101.
Oh god.
anyway,
Goddamn.
that's probably going to find
Wait,
the one
really?
with the cheapest women.
Yeah, we ended up. It wasn't. I wouldn't call it dating. We were like friends with benefits for like a week.
Okay.
Anyways,
Ogden's going to find the cheapest women. We're going to find the best hot spring.
so
Loosest slots
looking
on the
through the
strip.
owl, I didn't fully expect him just to leave, but I guess it works.
Does.
Works out pretty well.
So Ogden heads off to find prostitutes, I guess. And
Or drunk
looking,
girls.
yeah, looking through the looking through Owl's eyes, you can see most of the locations of the hot springs for the hotels. They're all roughly similar sizes, and they all appear to be very well kept. However, the one that is directly in front of you,
I'm looking through my owl's senses here.
yeah, the one that you know would be directly in front of you, appears to have. I'm trying to think. It has sort of this nicer kind of patio area that you see is like constantly being attended with by waitresses, kind of moving around, getting drinks. There's a really nice, well kept barkeeping shack. Whereas the other two kind of don't really have that. It's just the hot spring towards the back. It's not really. You can't like enjoy some alcohol while you're vibing in a hot spring.
The one in the middle has an outdoor bar, is what you're saying.
Pretty much. That's literally the only real difference.
Like, I'm standing there, fingers to my temples, eyes like really crossed, and then suddenly I come out of it. This one.
Say so.
You see us like the elven women just kind of start arguing, and the one that was like representing that hotel was like, "I knew you'd come around." Here, and she like holds out a pamphlet and holds it out towards you and says, "There's a coupon on the back that'll get you 5% off on any drinks you order."
I'm gonna hand it to what's his name?
I'll take it.
Chorus.
Yeah, it's only
And
you two at this
walk
point.
Yeah, we're the only two left.
So Ogden has no
Red-
clue where the fuck you guys are.
Yeah. Redfoo ran off. Ogden decided to go for somewhere else.
Um,
And we're just about to go have drinks in a hot spring.
Yeah. Are we gonna let him pay for his own room, or are we gonna like?
that's what we're gonna
Split
get
the
to, I
tab
guess.
amongst ourselves.
So entering into the hotel, very well kept. You can see that there is constantly staff attending. You make your way up to the hotel clerk, I think that's what they're called. I don't remember. But the
Receptionist.
receptionist, yeah. The receptionist there kind of eagerly waits for you guys to approach and says, "So, this oddly is a male, by the way. One of the few males you have seen in the city so far."
I'm sure
I
there's
mean, every
plenty
city's
of
got men.
vacationing here.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
plenty. Yes.
Yeah.
But
How
he
many of them are Dragonborn, by the way? I wonder. Or am I like a very
Dragonborn are pretty rare in the Republic.
Yeah, it's primarily elven country, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Majority
Especially
elven.
this town.
This town is.
Yeah.
You have not seen someone that's not elven at this point. Even
Other than these fucks.
yeah,
I just stand out like a sore blue thumb then.
you stand out. You haven't had a chance to see any tourists though, because it is later in the day. You
Okay.
assume people might be not elven that are visiting here,
Elves,
so they actually have to
elves
sleep.
sleep 4 hours less than other races.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna be out way later.
Yeah.
Man, if only I could do that, then I wouldn't sleep at all.
Exactly. But he kind of attends to you guys and says, "Yes. How many rooms? Just one?
I think just one should be fine.
Mm-hmm. It is 2 beds per room. I assume that is fine.
That's great.
Okay.
2 rooms.
No level
Oh,
suite,
you want?
of course.
Okay, never mind. The
Oh,
lady says 2 rooms.
2 rooms. Okay.
I don't know you that well.
That's fair enough.
My apologies.
It's not like you're pushing the beds
We're
together.
I had put you down for a potential couples discount, but
we're traveling.
I
company.
look up at him.
I'm not that tall.
he's
How
actually
tall are you?
he's very short for a dragonborn.
5'9".
I'm 5'1". I still look up at
Yeah,
you.
you still look at him, but it's not
Yeah,
a
he's-
normal dragonborn size to look up
How
at you.
the fuck?
Put it
Yeah.
this way, Jada is roach-sized.
Yeah,
That okay? Yeah.
How the fuck am I 5 foot even?
Because you're a dwarf.
you're a dwarf.
It's like you're. I think it's just. I find it very funny is that just on the
I
scale
rolled
of things.
really small on the
Yeah.
size table.
I did too.
Yeah, you
I've
guys are
had
all
one
actually a
elven character
very
shorter than
small
this.
party. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, because
The
it's
dwarf is
funny.
actually-
Usually, I'm playing the character that's towering above everybody.
You're now the shortest.
Yeah.
Assuming Brendan doesn't come back with a halfling.
No. His new character is 5'3". I will reveal that.
Okay.
So technically making her the second tallest
in the party. Yes.
at 5'3". God. Oh
It was
shit.
half a foot jump to the neck to the tallest. That's it.
Wow. Okay.
And 9 inches of each other.
That is insane.
Yep.
Oh boy.
All right.
It's like everyone in my family except me.
Hey,
But yeah, you see him like cross something out on his paper. Before looking back up, it says here, and he places 2 small little keys that are have little key rings that they're attached to. One says,
Did we pay in advance or upon checkout?
upon checkout.
All right.
And anything that you so choose to order will be applied to your checkout. So keep that in mind. You can choose to close a tab of any sort at any point.
I'm gonna shoot Clarissa a glance that's kind of saying, you know what that means, right?
That kind of glance, like the
Yeah.
what if we don't check out?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
also
knew you
take
guys
into
would.
account. Well, I'm not there, so
We're rogues. I mean, we're gonna try and get away
I'm
with stuff.
very well aware that over half my party was rogues.
yes, but also
Don't
at the
worry, I
same
planned
time,
for it.
you're a dragonborn in a place where they're extremely rare. You're gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
I
I've
mean,
got this guy's self. I'll be fine.
Sorry.
I've got
I
plus 7
totally.
to self.
He would actually end up asking for you guys' names for listing you down for the rooms before he hands you the keys.
Oh boy, time for a fake name.
So.
What, did you think I was going to give my real name finally?
No. I knew you wouldn't.
No, I'm not going to use my real name unless it benefits me somehow.
I'm just gonna.
Well, you guys are taking a moment. I'll be right back.
I will
Well-
give him a combination of 2 names from my past. I'll tell him my name is Augusto Wrath.
Oh god.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
while I'm out, as Frank Reynolds would say, banging horse.
Actually, I think I'm just going to start giving the names of fictional characters from, like, cartoons.
Johnny Bravo.
No. Well, I'm playing a female character. They have to be actual females to be
Okay.
believable. Let's start with Selena Kyle.
So
Who's that from?
Augusto Wrath and Selena Kyle. Selena
Who's
Kyle
Selena
is
Kyle?
Catgirl.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
You know, I just
Catwoman,
now
not
thought of
Catgirl.
something. Now I just now thought of something that that Ogden would try to pitch to the party to make as like a novelty weapon. But it's also something that I've genuinely wanted to do. It's
Dodo launcher.
no. I've already made that.
Heat-seeking dildo launcher.
No.
Michael
Good idea. Hold on a second. I'll write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Anyway. Anyway,
So-
hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Launcher.
A piano, but the keys, instead of pulling the regular strings, they pull, or the plucking the regular strings, they pull the trigger on a gun, or in this case, cannon. I plan on calling it the Glockenspiel.
God.
Okay, Tchaikovsky, calm down.
The line with the piano and it just fires a row of cannons.
Calm down there, Tchaikovsky. You don't want to give half the hemisphere.
Guys, we put this on a
deafness.
wagon, and it will genuinely look like something right out of Warhammer Fantasy.
God.
Oh my
Black
god.
keys are all for grape shot.
Yes. No, I was like, and the black keys are for chain shot, which are basically like 2 balls
Oh,
with
yeah.
a chain.
Yeah. I know what change
I
is.
am going to play ABBA's Disco Girl on this piano.
Guys, if we can get the money together, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely, we're doing it.
I mean, it's gonna take a lot of money to put that together.
Not
And
really.
a very large wagon.
Remember,
Yeah.
I'm the artificer. I
And-
can build a lot of this shit.
And a lot
You
of
still have to
horses
pay for
pull the
materials.
wagon.
We might have to pay for materials, but remember, like you guys were saying earlier, you're rogues.
We can't steal giant hunks of iron, okay?
We
They're
don't have
rogues.
strength.
We
Yeah,
could
we're
steal
rogues.
cannons.
That would still take a long time to steal that many cannons.
They're rogues.
Yeah,
They
no,
can
yeah,
steal
whatever.
small things that they can carry.
Or
You guys
see
are thinking
paying our
small
tabs.
time. You guys are
Until we
thinking
get a
small
bag
time.
of holding.
I have a bag of holding.
No, you fucking do not.
I
Infusion.
thought it was something about the
Nope.
He's got the he has the
Okay,
infusion,
right.
magic infusion.
I was like, wait a second. But,
I remember
yeah,
that.
he has the
Yeah,
infusion.
I remember that now.
I was like,
So
I
if you
gave
just want to
0
hand
magic
that to
items
one of
out.
us and tell us what you like, give me a shopping list and that bag. I'll bring it back to you with gold to spare.
Am I able to make multiple bags of holding?
I think only if you have multiple infusions. I don't know if you can do the same one multiple times.
No, you can't make the same one.
Damn! I was
So-
about to say that would be amazing.
I honestly have to familiarize myself with fucking Artificer because I don't at all.
Oh,
Listen-
I just finished a campaign where I DM'd for an artificer from level 1 to 20. I got you, fam.
Yeah, thank God. Because I've not
Brandon,
even
get
ever
back me up.
made an Artificer.
There
Brandon
was
can-
also a wizard warlock, a wizard cleric, a pure paladin, and a rogue fighter.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was a bard warlock, but just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Brandon,
After
Brandon, get
writing
back
your
me
names
up on
down,
that.
he places the keys down in front of you and says, "Enjoy a stay." You can see written on the there's actually little tags for the keys that has rune numbers on them, which you guys both appear to be right next door to each other in 221 and 222.
Understandable.
So technically across the hall, actually, but so you make your way around to the side where you see there appears to be a long flight of stairs. So you begin making your way up that until you get to floor number 2, and find your rooms relatively quickly. So yeah, you make your way into your rooms. They're actually pretty damn nice. If anyone here has been to like a high quality,
Hot Springs.
if anyone here has been to like a high quality hotel, it's pretty much the exact same. Yeah, it's very well
I
kept.
can't say that I have.
I've not either, so I don't know how to describe it properly. But it's just,
Yeah.
it's
I've been
Would it-
inside of some.
yeah,
Like the one attached to the Grand Ole Opry
yeah,
over there at Opry Mills.
yeah,
I went through there whenever they had like the Christmas lights.
yeah.
The Opryland Hotel.
Yeah, Opryland Hotel. It's
Um,
I mean,
God,
it's
that
really
thing is
nice in there.
Huge.
It's really nice in there though.
huge.
It is ginormous.
Huge.
We got lost a couple
There's
times.
an entire
Yeah.
freaking forest in there.
Yeah, there quite literally is.
Yep.
A couple
Great
of my
place.
friends actually worked as valets there, and the best part is when you work at that place, pretty much all of the regular like staff there are chill with each other. So we basically got to go and like we basically got to go wherever the fuck we wanted in there without anybody giving us shit.
Nice.
That's amazing.
We got to cut ahead of the lines at fucking restaurants. We didn't have to pay the
Anyways.
exorbitant prices.
Yeah. It the rooms are extremely well kept. It's so well kept. You're almost like, I'm gonna find a fault in this, and you just can't seem to.
I
I
scoff.
leave a bad review on TripAdvisor.
Yeah, you're like, I want to find a reason to leave a bad review or to get some sort of refund. Nah.
I get like a TripAdvisor pin to put on my shirt while I'm here, so I get better treatment.
This is gonna be like the fucking Yelp joke Sam makes. God.
I chuckle.
Somebody's gonna piss into
You guys
your
are in different
drinks.
rooms.
Mark my
technically, by the
words.
way.
Yeah, we are.
Um,
I will lock my stuff up, I guess. Are there like
there is a closet that you can use and put stuff in. There also appears to be an actual bathroom where you can bathe yourself. It appears to have some sort of magical properties you're not entirely familiar with, that allows you to basically create water to your temperature and liking.
There's
pretty
two
much all
runes
it's-
of create or destroy water. One is create, one is destroy.
pretty much. And yeah.
The duality of man.
The beds are very comfortable.
Hot springs.
We're
springs
gonna
are
go to the
hot?
hot springs now at like 1 p.m.
Obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Um.
Are they co-ed?
Real
There's
question.
3 options: female only, co-ed, and male only.
Where are we gonna go to the co-ed one so we can talk there?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Okay.
I was
Can I
gonna
just-
say I go to the co-ed one just to taunt the men.
Could I be?
Jesus.
Could I at this time? Could I at this time stumble into this place with the
He
prostitutes?
picks this particular hotel at random.
Yeah.
No. I have other plans for what's going on with you.
Oh boy.
Can we do that? Can we do that separately, or are we just gonna hand wave say things that happen?
it'll
Because I kind of want to
happen.
play this out. I want to play
We'll
this
do
out.
it separately.
It'll happen.
Yeah, lad.
It'll probably be the last thing we do before we end stream. As I am feeling fucking tired of shit.
Gonna get laid. Gonna get
And,
laid.
Calm down, man.
I'm just thinking of that skit from Cyanide and Happiness. Gonna get laid. Gonna get laid. I can't wait to get my penis touched.
Damn
Get
it.
Cyanide and Happiness.
So. Yeah. Alright, you guys change into appropriate attire for a hot spring. I guess you guys just have that on you. Which I guess you would
Oh, so
actually
it's
just go
not
nude,
nude
to be
bathing.
honest. I guess you could just go
And,
nude.
if there is any sort of attire like that, the hot spring the hotel would probably have
Yeah,
some
they provide.
generic.
So yeah. They have like generic sort of swimwear that you can put on. You are allowed to bathe in it nude if you so choose. But cover your fucking
I
self.
will take their generic swimwear.
Um
They're not getting this back.
wow. You're going to steal like generic. It's like generic as fuck. It's like just grade like swimwear.
But now I
It's
have
the
swimwear,
default-
and I
it's
didn't
the-
before.
It's just the default underwear in Skyrim.
Yeah, it is literally the like default underwear in Skyrim. Straight
It's like
fucking up.
it's basically like that. It's like the default underwear in pretty much any game where
Yeah.
even if you are like if you wear armor like certain armor sets, you're wearing less clothing somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys make your way to Hot Springs. Going to the co-ed one, you see it is there's not like a huge amount of people. There's
I just know
probably
a lot of the people visiting this would be asleep by now.
yeah.
So,
You notice what appears to be a group of about 3 male elves on one side, and then there's a group of about 6 female elves. Most of the elves you've seen so far appear to be high elf. There's the occasional wood elf that sticks out. With their
Damn,
copper
pass the
skin.
pipe, bro.
And
That's
You
the
have-
wood elves, man.
you have yet to see anything like a drow or anything like that.
Disappointing.
An
What kind of elf is Jada, by the way?
I like
Hi.
dark
High
elves.
Yeah.
High elf, of course.
But yeah.
And if you're curious, the free cantrip I got was Mind Sliver.
Of course.
As an arcane trickster, I don't get a lot of spells, so I will take every opportunity I can to get more.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
So upon entering in, what do you guys decide to do? Do you just go straight to the hot spring, or?
I'm going
Some
to
drinks
get
first, I guess.
into... Huh?
Get some drinks.
I'm
Okay.
gonna get into
Before
the
we go.
water pretty much equidistant from the 2 groups of people already there.
Okay. You do exactly that. The water with your height, you're a little short. But it's still,
them.
yeah, it still is about at your sort of right below your shoulder level. As you kind of get towards the middle of it, where it appears to be probably the deepest. And you just kind of relax over there as Chorus goes in to the small bar shack they have, where you see now you see the first drow that you have seen.
Oh,
What looks like a relatively young female drow, which is like young enough that you can tell like this is a young elf. Like it looks a little weird at first. But, like
cue the CS:GO voice. Enemy spotted.
like yeah, it is like
It's like the baby-faced 18-year-old bartender kind
yeah,
of.
it
Strange.
is like it's probably what people think whenever they see Roach at his new job right now.
Yeah, okay.
Brendan Shape. Is that middle schooler serving drinks?
Yeah, exactly. She kind of looks and says, "What can I get you, sir?"
I have no idea what I would order there. But
I suppose I could offer you a few things. We have several different types of beer on tap, different bottles of wine that you can buy as well.
Come on, man. We're at a hot springs. You gotta get warm sake.
it's true.
Yeah, I'm
What's
not
the
done
most
listening.
expensive? What's the
But-
most expensive one of those they have? Because we're not going to be paying for them anyway.
Wow. Well, we
Don't
have
push
this.
it now.
You see her grab a bottle of sake, and she places it down and says, "Would you like the whole bottle or just a glass?"
Make it 2 glasses. I'll
I can
take
do
one
that.
over to.
And I say glass, but it's
Jada
actually
while I-
still in sort of the
Oh.
clay cup that
Yeah.
they're traditionally served in. She pulls those out, pours each of those for you, offers.
Yeah,
them to
and
you.
he says, "Oh, and it's all on her tab," and points right at Jada.
I will keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'll tell her the room that she's in right now to
Ah.
put it on the tab. Just to be safe, because I, as has been pointed out, stick out a little bit more than most
Yeah.
visitors here.
Which you start to notice as the other. I believe I said it was 3 male, 7 female, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I meant for it to be a total of 10, so I'm gonna say that's what it was.
Female.
Okay. I'll say it's 7 now, because I meant for it to be a total of 10. But they
Alright.
are all eyes on Chorus. Like, not even trying to hide the fact that they're just, like, staring at this fucking blue dragonborn just walking around.
Take a picture.
I have
Around.
an idea.
Oh, no.
I'm going
What?
to use my invisible mage hand from Mage Hand Ledger Domain, and
No.
cop a feel. on each group to my left and right.
Okay.
Just pick one person at random. Just give them a little tight squeeze.
I like the way you think.
And then I'll get out of the water, go over to the bar, and let them figure out what just happened.
So, like, I assume you're, like, trying... Like, this is kind of like the typical, like, tap on the shoulder and try to blame it on someone else type situation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's probably a mage hand below the water line, grabbing at somebody's... grabbing at
Jesus.
Gentleman's sausage.
So,
Yeah, the mage hand is invisible, too, which is the best part.
So hold on a second. If you have it just under the water surface, does it still make the ripple in the water, though?
You could cast it exactly where it goes. Or where it's going to start, if you're within range.
What's your range on... Because it increases for Arcane Trickster, does it not?
No.
Okay.
It increases for the telekinetic feat.
Right.
It is 30 feet.
Yeah, you could pretty much put it, like, right near them. On each group. So...
Either in the meat popsicle or the magic triangle.
Yeah, you create your magic hand right near the males first. And just straight up, there's one guy kind of like standing slightly forward. And you straight up just get a good grab. He just...
I'm not trying to, like, hurt him.
I mean, like, yeah, but you cop a feel, you know?
I want him to notice it, though.
I actually have to fucking narrate this.
A firm cupping.
These are like your typical kind of jockey frat boys.
I like your cock, G.
So you get like a good firm grasp and disappear the hand, and you see the guy just like his face just lights up for a second. He just turns around and just yells, "What the fuck?" And one of the other guys is like, "Huh? What, bro?"
Hold on, bro.
And the guy's just like, "Did you just fucking touch my ass?" And you see as an altercation slowly just builds up as these guys are now like, the guy up front is kind of like pushing the guy to the right, who he assumes did it.
Oh my god, this is great.
The other guy's like, "Bro, I could see him. He didn't do it." And it's like, "Are you trying to say you fucking did?" It just keeps evolving, and they just start going at it to the point where
I'm assuming as she's walking this way as that's happening, I'll just hand her the other cup.
well,
Yeah.
she like, but as she's also walking, she also moves to the other group with her mage hand, recasting it over there, and gets another good cop. And same sort of panic, but less kind of like, what the fuck? It was just kind of like, all right, who did it? Who was it? You know, it's just kind of like, are they used to that? It's just like, wait, what? It isn't all female school, so
you never know.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, who's the
And then I go to the bar.
Who's the headmaster of that school? Jimmy fucking Savile?
I actually know who the headmaster is, but
Yeah.
none of you do.
Out of character. I think it's Arena's adopted mother, isn't it? No?
Actually, yes, but
If there's anybody who lives in England or in the EU who watches this stream, they'll fucking know who I just said, who I just mentioned.
I was not listening to you, but
we do actually have a barely consistent member that is in the EU.
but he went to bed.
But he's asleep, yeah.
Tuned out for the night, but he'll watch the VOD, I'm sure.
He will. And then we're just gonna get like Max is gonna get a random one day and just gonna be like, "I know that."
I got that reference.
I feel like
watch it, when you watch this, give him a minute so that we know when you watch it.
We love you, whoever you may be. Who I
special
I
shout out to
know who
Kirby.
you are. I just can't figure.
It's Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah.
Him.
The best around.
No one's ever gonna keep you down.
Yes. Yeah. Wes of kind of like a violent response. But as you grab the drink and kind of turn around, now turning your attention back to the male group, you have noticed that at this point you watch as three figures. Well, we don't even know if I actually understand it, but it's Kirby. He probably will.
He'll probably get it.
Who knows, man? We'll find out.
Yeah. Me and him definitely had a moment where we both were just talking about Guy Fawkes, so anyways, you notice as these three figures that appear to probably be some sort of guard personnel start approaching. Their attire is fairly unique. You see it's kind of what appears to be sort of hard leather that they're wearing. It's not really built to be like armor, but it is still somewhat protective. It's kind of like robes that are combined to be armor, giving that sort of protective property.
Padded armor.
Yeah, padded armor. That's yeah. They have these hoods up, and you can see like on their cloaks there appear to be these sort of red parallel lines that go down the entire end of their robes. And as they approach, the groups kind of like stops and is like, "We're terribly sorry. It was just a small mistake. We won't do it again." But it seems like
the locals are afraid.
The three of these guys still kind of like grab him. You hear one of them say, "I'm sure it was a mistake, but we're still gonna have to kick you out from this hot spring for tonight." As they kind of drag them out. So those three are just kind of dragged out. The females you kind of see are kind of like staring as they're dragged out and just kind of like go back to whispering amongst their group. And the
Still going to that bar.
Yeah, no, you're actually at the bar at that point. But you kind of like, because it wasn't that far of a walk, but you're kind of like already standing there as you kind of watch all this go on. And the barkeeper is just there, just like, "Oh, thank God, those assholes are actually kind of annoying."
In general, or just when they do that?
They're always annoying.
Mm-hmm.
They're regulars.
I can imagine.
So, I assume you came here for another drink?
I haven't finished this one.
Understood. Well, when you want something else, I'll be here.
I was actually curious about you. How does someone so young, let alone a drow, end up working here of all places?
First off, I'm a little older than I look.
As am I.
All elves are. It's not exactly
I'm
unique
about as
kind of a
old as I
trend.
look.
I'm sure. And as to how I came to work here, well, I technically have partial ownership, I guess. My great-great-grandfather was one of the co-founders of this here hotel. So, what about yourself? What brings you? You don't really seem like
Just
the
passing through.
touristy type.
Just passing through.
That's fair.
Was a good stop on our journey.
While we're in town, we were wondering some interesting things to do, if you know any.
Well, of course, you're already at the hot springs. The hotel offers things other than the hot springs. We have occasional competitions that you can compete in that have a variety of choices. There's jousting, drinking competitions, arm wrestling, even various sort of board games, as I believe they're called. There's one that is exceptionally well received here called
Don't
chess.
you fucking describe Dungeons and Dragons.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's chess.
It supposedly comes from the Poggers Kingdom.
I'm just picturing that fucking meme of how in Dungeons and Dragons it's what is it? I think it's like cities and humans or some shit like that. As the
Yeah.
giant fucking burly orc saying, I itemize the transcripts from our fucking 401ks or some shit. It's like some office jargon. And it says DM rolls. Your boss asks you to come in early on the weekends.
God.
Yeah.
I love
Humans and houses, I think,
critical
is
roles.
what it was called.
Critical Role had theirs called Bunions and Flagons, which was amazing.
That sounds like an STD.
I mean, it was run by Grog. Grog was the technical dungeon master for that D&D and D&D game, which was fucking
D&D
hilarious.
recursion.
Yeah, D&D recursion. It was amazing. But she continues and saying, if that doesn't suit your fancy, our shopping district has quite an amazing selection for tourist items, mostly. But you can find the actual useful occasional trinkets within some of the magic shops over there.
Take a look.
That's really all there is, unless you intend to take a tour of the college.
Just my.
Speaking of the college, is the library open by any chance over there?
That's a good question. We ought to look into that.
It has a specific time for any outsiders that wish to visit it. It's roughly around late midday, which would probably be around like 3 or 4 that would open up. And she continues, it stays open until right until sundown, usually.
Should check that out tomorrow.
Yes.
Which means I guess we'll stay here an extra day in order to do that. Or we could just skip town right after that.
We bought ourselves some time by sending our opposition in the opposite direction. We can afford to waste a bit. Also, we have to find Roach's replacement somehow.
And we have to figure out where...
It was gonna happen, but then Roach was like, okay, I'm going. And I'm like, what? I didn't expect him just to leave, because, I mean...
We'll find him here, then, I guess.
His backup character is far more ready than Redfu ever was, which is annoying, but...
He's a warlock, right?
Yeah.
We also potentially need to find maps to figure out where exactly we're going.
Good idea, yes.
Oh, if you're looking for maps, there's actually an open map room for the university as well. You can find it connected to the library.
Is that... it's just open? Anytime?
Well, same time as the library being open.
Okay.
Usually you'll have to actually find a librarian that works there, and she'll actually assist you in finding what you need. They don't like just having anyone enter, so they keep it locked. But they do allow access.
I think I might know a way to get in. It's okay.
I might also.
Yeah, don't fucking
I think my way might be a little more legal than your way.
Excuse you, not everything I do is illegal.
Just the vast majority of it.
I don't know if this is a conversation I should be involved in.
Don't worry, we're drunk.
I doubt that. But sure.
There's your
You look at my still steaming, completely full cup.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't think Jade has drank at all. Is Koros even drinking?
A little bit, but not a bunch. That's just his way of giving her plausible deniability if she needs it.
Max, I said that I would do yours as a solo thing. I think I'm gonna do it at the start of next session because it'll actually let me lead into finding Roach's character.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Um,
We're gonna find him at the.
Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that I'm
no,
gonna end up okay.
no.
No.
But you'll be exploring the city. So,
Why am I just picturing my night out in the town as basically that fucking like skit from Futurama when Bender becomes a human?
I mean, isn't that just
Brandon knows what I'm talking about.
I
Couldn't-
know exactly
yeah.
what you're talking about.
I feel like
Come
all
on,
of
shake a body, baby, to that conga. Oh, you can't control yourself.
I feel like all of Max's characters could be some sort of equal to Bender.
That's because Max is the closest living thing there is to Bender.
So
I mean, seriously, Brandon can back me up on this. How many times have I told people and some variation to kiss my ass?
You should just start saying "bite my shiny middle ass."
yeah.
I mean,
If
For
they
fuck's
ask
sake,
about
I
it,
think-
say you had a hip replacement.
I think one of the first things that one of the first times you ever pointed out to me is when it was actually Russ back in high school.
Well, if this
I
is
told
yeah,
him
well,
to
hold
eat
on.
my entire ass,
Yeah,
all 12 acres of it.
I'm gonna work on wrapping up, and then we'll continue next week.
Yeah. Let's go spend the night in the hotel.
Yeah. You guys after
We'll spend some time in the
holding
actual
some
hot spring
sort of
before
Oh,
going
yeah,
back.
yeah.
you guys stay around, enjoy some time in the hot spring.
We
Eventually,
thinned out the
actually,
crowd a little bit so we can enjoy it more.
the elven females actually end up taking an interest in Colress and kind of start trying to flirt with him,
Ooh.
trying to talk him up because they've never seen a dragonborn. They're just curious more than anything.
I'm just sitting next to him at a comfortable distance, like 5 feet away.
And
So
given
it's
that you two
apparent we're
came
not-
in together, I mean, they did
Yeah.
see you coming together, so there are still like the occasional like, are you guys like a thing, kind of popping up, but it's quickly rejected.
Every time the question is asked, I just laugh and don't answer.
Damn.
I'll let
Ulrich
them
is
form their own
trying-
conclusions.
Colress
Doesn't
is
matter
trying
what they
to.
think. It's all a lie.
Colress is trying to get his dick wet. Why are you cock blocking?
Technically, he's
Spring
sitting at a
I'm
hot
not.
spring. It's already very wet.
I'm not saying yes or no.
Yeah.
Have I-
No, I mean,
That's on
Colress
Chorus
will
if he's
not-
gonna try anything, but
No,
They'll
Colress is
find
not gonna
out when
try
they shoot
anything.
their shot, man.
I don't even want to think about what Dragonborns have down there because lizards are weird, bro.
Lizards are weird.
I'm pretty sure it's just
Well,
like.
we're not gonna
Just
talk
look up.
about it.
Just go to Rule 34.
That's
Rule 34.
scalies, not lizards. I'm pretty sure there is a very distinct difference.
Yeah.
If you guys want to know what a Dragonborn's penis looks like, go to baddragons.com.
Don't.
It's
Don't do
probably in the book of erotic fantasy.
It probably is.
It's on 3.5e.
Yeah.
I'll look into it. I have that document saved for some reason.
Yeah.
course you do.
Understandable.
Actually, I have it saved for this exact situation.
Yeah.
I'm just
Or
picking-
Trying to avoid
what
this
was
kind
blah,
of
blah,
stuff
blah, blah, blah. Oh, I got it.
on
We're just
stream, but
basically, you're just consulting Richard's notes.
yeah. Anyways,
That's pretty much what that book is for you.
good God.
Yeah, I guess.
So, yeah, you guys enjoy your time in the hot spring. Before you like moved back to the hot spring, you were chatting with the bartender for a while. Before some of the other elven girls kind of started approaching you guys and distracting you, and then you got in the hot spring and they were talking to you. And eventually, you guys are like, okay. Which
It
actually
has been a long day,
Yeah.
actually.
yeah, you guys are like, all right, we're fucking tired, and we actually, well, at least the Dragonborn has to actually sleep.
Yeah, I actually have to sleep.
And Colress
Yes.
decides to make his leave.
Well, we did like 8-9 hours of traveling
Yeah.
after dungeon delving.
Which
It's
you know,
actually
a
a
really
couple
long
of the
day.
girls are definitely trying to get in that room, but Um,
I am about to.
Chorus
He's
is-
just about to pass out. He's
yeah,
just
Chorus
going
is
to
like
bed.
exhausted. Um,
So when he leaves,
mhm.
I will get their attention
Damn
with
it, I
some
knew,
magic tricks.
I knew this was coming.
Aw.
Okay, what do you do?
No, I'm just gonna show off and then fuck off.
What do you
I
do?
thought we were gonna get some lesbian action.
No.
What do you do for
Especially
your
not on
magic tricks?
stream, bro. Probably just some prestidigitation bullshit. Wait a minute, no, they're like high elves. They have free care trips. This is not going to impress them at all. Never mind.
I was
gonna
waiting
go
for
to
you to
my room.
realize they're not only high elves, they also go. You assume at the very least they go to a
To a bard
university.
college.
That is a bard college.
Yeah. Never mind. That's
Well, it's
waste
a
of
bard
time.
and a wizard college, but yes.
Then
Yeah.
I could learn a thing or two here.
Yes. So yeah. um you're like, oh, I could totally try to impress them. Wait, this is not my normal environment. And they're just like, I'm gonna
that's
go.
my exact thought process. Oh, I could try to impress them. Maybe cause some chaos and then leave.
Yeah.
And then, wait a minute, none of my usual tricks will work. I'll have
Yeah.
to think up something. To my room to think!
Yeah. And then you guys head to your room and Colress just passes out. Like he barely makes it to his bed. Jada probably spends time making an evil plan. Just to trick people, but eventually get some rest, and we'll pick up with what Ogden has been doing in the meanwhile next session.
I still have a bag of the party's collective things, but we're not all in the same spot, so
Yeah.
we'll leave that till next time.
Good
That's
thing we
fair.
didn't give any of it to Redfu.
Exactly. That's why it's a good thing that he just held on to it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like keep up a running tab of things that we gather as
Yeah.
a group. And then when sessions are over, so that we don't take up valuable session time, we can split it up amongst us. Unless it is all something we could immediately benefit from, in which case we will split it up right there.
Yeah. So yeah. Thanks to everyone that tuned into the stream. This is our first episode of our new campaign.
Second episode?
It's
First
technically the
actual
first.
episode.
That the one shot is technically session 0, is what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
The
So-
title would beg to differ.
I didn't actually put an episode number in.
It just says campaign 2.
It just says
Oh, yeah.
campaign 2.
Because this is campaign 2.
I only
'cause-
saw the 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't put an episode number in there.
We're
just
already
because I
on to
forgot.
campaign 2.
Um,
Critical Roles. I'll go. I'm sad.
We're on
Yeah,
campaign
we're on
2
campaign
after the
2
miniseries,
because
like
Now I'm just thinking of that meme with Professor Farnsworth. It's like, oh, I made myself sad.
I don't think I could watch Critical Role without Matt Mercer being the DM. It's so weird. I don't.
well, the spin-off series that they're doing it's like an
It's-
8-session thing.
I
It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited for it, but it is gonna
Yeah.
be different.
But I
also
I might
just need to-
honestly just skip campaign 2 because I was not vibing with it.
I need to catch up with campaign 2. I'm on like 133, 134 now, so I'm almost
But
there.
yeah. Thanks to everyone that tuned into our stream.
Yeah.
If you are not following our channel, we do humbly ask that you follow our channel. We are trying to reach our
Yes.
goal. Is it 50? I'm pretty sure it's 50 followers.
Yeah, it's 50.
To reach affiliate.
at which point we will be able to gain new
Vastly
features,
increase our
which will let
features.
us increase the quality of the stream.
And I don't ever mention it at all. But of course, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe the video. That's also very appreciated. It will help.
We're not gonna spam your
Yeah.
timeline or inbox.
Yeah.
It's literally gonna be one a week.
Yeah, it's once a week.
It's-
It's not anything crazy.
And if you
it
watch
is-
the stream, you can just ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are watching on
We prefer
YouTube,
that you click on it, watch it, give us the view and the like. But
Yeah.
Join
if you're
the
watching on
Discord.
YouTube or in our Twitch right now, join our Discord. That is like honestly the easiest way we can. You can find out what time we're going live because it's been a
so
little.
you can see our memes.
It is memes.
And the memes.
As our schedule has been a little iffy and all over the fucking place.
Honestly, you can just ignore the YouTube channel as long as you follow the Twitter account because it's fire.
Yes. Follow the Twitter account if you're not. If
I
you
don't
have a
feel
Twitter,
like I've been doing a good enough a job on that. The
if
past few
you
times,
don't have a
but-
Twitter,
No, I agree.
make a Twitter account just so you can follow our Twitter.
The past
We
two
could
or
just join the
three were
Discord
not.
and see the tweets in the stream announcements channel
Yeah.
because we have a bot that sets it up whenever it goes out.
Yeah.
Because
May 30th, the tweet was pretty good.
True.
which one was that?
Here I sit, alone in the Discord voice channel, waiting for my fellow players and Dungeon Master to show up.
Yeah.
Less than 10 minutes away from our mythical 6:30 start time.
That is
We're
pretty
probably
good.
going to be late again.
Oh.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
But yeah. Also, something I never mention because I don't want to sit here and ask for donations, but we do have a donation button if you ever feel generous and want to donate. We're not under no circumstances does anyone in our stream have to donate.
I think
But
that's
if you do, is greatly
obvious.
appreciated.
I don't really think we have anything that the money is going towards at
yeah.
this point.
It would
We-
simply
if you
be
donate, we'll invite you to the admin furry trash channel on our Discord. It's real. Look back at past episodes, my man.
It was solely made real just as a fucking meme, but yes.
Somebody made
It's
an edit
real.
of it in the memes
In the
channel.
memes channel of Discord. It's real.
Yeah.
And then I actually created the channel just to make the meme real.
Yeah, and then we actually started posting in it.
Very rarely, but yes.
But it's
I-
like
Well, there was
been
a
a
time
month.
when we were
over
active.
half the channel is just Cinco.
yeah. Yeah.
Emotes and headback gifs and everything.
We need more of Best Girl. Fuck.
So much Senko.
More.
I'm gonna start spamming it until the stream is officially over.
Oh my god, please don't.
Hollow.
Yeah.
Gotta get more hollow in there, bro.
If enough people donate, maybe we can all finally just buy a graphics card.
Well, I was also gonna say, I think one goal we could work for is like actual official character art, because that'd be fucking kind of cool.
That too, yeah. There is not
but I think
a
that's
lot of art out there for blue Dragonborn rogues.
Yeah.
I know a great artist who could do
Yeah.
it for relatively cheap, and I'm
So-
always looking to promote their work because
Yeah.
it is fucking great.
I know quite a few artists as well that I could ask.
Yeah.
One of my friends literally just invited me to a channel, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artists in there right
nice.
now. The
But yeah.
like 20 people that are there.
That is something,
So-
honestly, we'll probably end up doing even if we're not getting donated and if this campaign goes on for long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my
Also,
opinion, any character that lasts more than 3 months in a row deserves
Yeah.
art. Which is
also, we
why
will hopefully
I
be
did
looking
that.
to update our campaign and character info with everything that will now be set for this campaign. We'll be working to get that all set up properly so that way people can, if you're coming in, out of nowhere and watching the stream or YouTube videos, you don't have to, fully maybe go back through and watch every single bit of episode to find
the
all that
campaign
information.
and character info channel needs to be purged.
It probably should be purged.
Yeah.
The maps channel needs to be purged.
We'll purge it at some point, but
You know what the easiest way to do it would be? Just delete the whole channel and make a new one.
probably. Honestly, there's so little in both, it probably doesn't matter. But
I'm doing it.
yeah, we're getting like super off track.
Sorry.
So yeah.
Channel's deleted.
That is really all I have to say. We should be live next Saturday. Time is a little iffy, but it's either gonna be 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time or 7:30 p.m. So,
Join in next time to see if
Yeah.
I will have this in my hand again.
he will. Spoiler, he will.
It's
Yeah.
a fidget toy, and I
It is.
fucking love it.
It's a fidget toy. You have ADHD.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that is all I have to say.
It just got- It stopped like this.
Nice, good session, boys. I know it seems like we didn't get
Like
much
it's
done,
really
but we got enough
well
done.
oiled and everything. But
Yeah, we got through some
For
stuff.
the
We're
allotted
on-
time we had.
We're on the way there. We have a plan for the next
Exactly.
day.
it's more
and how to
progress than this
proceed.
group usually makes in the same amount of time.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
And we got
I
to go
wasn't
to
even
Hot
here.
Springs.
So,
So,
Hot Springs episode.
Yeah.
I'm already working on a replacement character for should he die.
I'm not gonna make a replacement character because that jinxes it. in
Yeah,
my opinion.
I don't think characters are really gonna die in this campaign. Like, as I said early on, it's not gonna be super combat oriented.
It is a
It's a lot
concept.
more-
It's a
lot more
concept that
actual
I've
just
been.
adventure.
Mhm.
It's actually a
An
concept that I've
exploration.
used before that I really wanted to explore further. Like, cause I only
Anyways,
had 3 sessions with it.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us. Follow the stream if you're not. Join the
were
Discord.
already
Subscribe
doing
to the YouTube channel. And join us next week when we go live.
I'm gonna disconnect
Bye.
Roche during the last few seconds
No,
of
bye.
the stream being live.